Let's talk about something real. What if the life you think you're living isn't really yours? Today, we're diving deep into how to escape that default path, that rat race, and start building a life that you actually own. All right, let's jump right in.
So let's just kick things off with a really direct question. I want you to honestly ask yourself this. Is your life truly yours? I mean, your schedule, your day-to-day grind, did you design it or did it just happen? Because for most of us, the honest answer is no. And we usually don't even realize it until we try to make a big change and suddenly feel all this resistance.
And that leads to this idea, which, can be a little uncomfortable. We all chase this thing we call stability, right? But is it really security? Or is it just a life we stopped questioning? It's that moment we stop asking, wait, is this actually what I want? And here's the crazy part. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not one single bad decision. It's a slow burn. It's just saying yes over and over again to requests, to expectations, to things we don't really want. And then one day you look up and realize your life is packed with commitments you never actually consciously chose for yourself. Okay, so let's try to put a name to this whole feeling. We're going to call this first section a life on loan, unpacking this really uncomfortable truth. The term for this is a borrowed life, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a life where your decisions aren't really yours. They're borrowed. Borrowed from your boss's expectations, from what society tells you to do, maybe even from what your family wants for you. You end up being a reflection of what everyone else demands instead of, what you actually believe in. So here's a little gut check for you. A real practical test. Forget about what you say your goals are, just for a second. If a total stranger just watched your life for a week, would your actions convince them you're serious about those goals? Or would they see something totally different? And this is the real acid test for ownership. Could you walk away from your life right now for a few months and not have everything completely collapse? Think about that. If the answer is no, then you don't own your life. It owns you. It's that simple. If you're chained to it, who's really the boss here? But why? Why do we do this to ourselves? Well, that brings us right to our next part, the comfort trap. It's like we spend all this time building these beautiful golden cages, and then we're shocked when we don't feel free. This really gets to the heart of it. It's a core conflict, right? You're either in maintaining mode or building mode. Are you just trying to maintain what you have, mostly because you want to avoid discomfort? Or are you actively trying to build something, which is always driven by pursuing effort? It's a huge distinction. The second your main driver becomes avoiding pain, you stop building your future. I absolutely love this analogy. Think about it. Normality is like a nice paved road. Super comfortable to walk on, right? Easy. But no flowers grow there. All the interesting stuff, the growth, the beauty, that's all in the messy, unpaved territory where you have to make your own path. And here's the sneakiest part of the trap. The chains are most effective when we think they're jewelry. That prestigious job title, that reliable paycheck, that comfortable routine. We think these are our assets. We show them off. But in reality, they might just be the very things locking us in place. Okay, so what happens if we just stay in the trap? This next section is all about the high cost of waiting, the real price of doing nothing. And I want you to really genuinely sit with this for a second. Imagine it's 10 years from now, and your life is exactly the same as it is today. How does that feel? Is that an exciting thought?
Or is it kind of terrifying? Because here's the thing, you don't just drift into a better life. It doesn't work that way. You drift into whatever you tolerate, day in, day out. Without a plan, you just float towards the path of least resistance. And that path is paved with your daily compromises.
So, when we talk about the cost of procrastination, we're not just talking about a few wasted hours. No, the real cost is the life you could have lived. It's that whole other version of your future that you give up every time you say, I'll do it later.
This all boils down to one massive question. Whose dream are you building? Is it your plan or theirs?
I mean, look at this. It's really that simple. There are only two options. You're either working for your dream, building it piece by piece, or you're working for their dream because someone else hired you to build it for them. Your time and energy have to go somewhere.
Okay, this one's a little spicy, but it's worth thinking about. A salary is the drug they give you to forget your dreams. That steady paycheck, it's just enough comfort, just enough stability to make you forget about that big, ambitious thing you once wanted to do. And let's be crystal clear about this. If you don't design your own life plan, don't worry. You'll just fall into someone else's. And trust me, what they have planned for you, it ain't much.
So, okay, enough about the problem. How do we get out? This is the final and most important part, the way out. And spoiler alert, it's not about finding motivation. It's about building the discipline that earns you your freedom. All right, here are 4 practical steps to start reclaiming your life. Number 1, evolve. Don't just repeat the same year over and over. Number 2, change something, anything, every single day. Just one small thing. We're talking tiny steps, not giant leaps. 3, and this is maybe the most important, build discipline, not motivation. Motivation is flaky. Discipline shows up every day. And finally, number 4, control your attention. Your focus is your most valuable asset. If you don't control it, someone else will happily monetize it for you. And to make those steps stick, you need these essential mindset shifts. You gotta get this. Action breeds clarity. You don't think your way to a new life, you act your way into it. Also, ready isn't a feeling you wait for, it's a decision you make. And please, stop fearing failure. The real thing to fear is waking up a year from now in the exact same place. And finally, understand that those walls you build to keep you safe, yeah, they're also your prison. And let's end with some urgency here. Because one day, you're just going to wake up and there won't be any more time to do all those things you always said you wanted to do. This isn't a practice run. The clock is absolutely ticking. So what's the takeaway? It's simple. Do it now. Because every day you don't make a change, you're actively choosing to stay the same. The only real question is, what are you going to do about it?